Hey, welcome back to Fat Boys Anime. We're out here. Our pants are tight. Our diet's looking terrible, and we're fat. So, welcome back for another great episode.
I just ate like a bunch of chocolate chip muffins, man. I'm stuffed. I'm full. I'm ready to go though still. So let's do it.
Yeah, I hit up a Brazilian steakhouse last night with all you can eat steak. You go way too hard, you get those meat sweats going. It's a good time during it, but afterwards that stuff hurts.
I've been there before, man. Those meat sweats that's a real thing, everyone. You guys better watch out for it.
Yeah, if y'all want to be like Luffy, you gotta take yourself down to a Fogo de Chao. They're gonna drop about $100, but you'll be sweating pork all night.
Like, how sick would that be? You know how Luffy just like becomes a ball when he eats so much, and then it just like all disappears once he burns it off. Like, I wish real life was like that, man. Like, that would be sick.
You definitely get your money's worth then.
Yeah,
You wouldn't be eating no 8-ounce steak. You'd be eating 60, 70.
You would probably put people out of like if they had an all you can eat buffet, they would probably stop it, or you'd probably at least get banned from it.
Didn't they do that in Dragon Ball? Didn't Goku and the squad, they got banned from a restaurant because it was like all you could eat, and they just like had plates and stuff?
When you gotta go in, you gotta go in, man.
Go big or go home.
Exactly.
Y'all ready for today?
Stay ready.
You know what?
Come on.
Should we tell these people real quick about this announcement we got coming up?
Oh yeah, drop it on them.
Yeah.
All right. So this is a little. It's gonna help everybody out. You want to help us out? We're gonna help y'all out. So let's tell you what we're gonna do.
Woo-hoo-hoo!
To give this is what you got to do. If you go on Apple or Spotify, wherever you're listening to this podcast on, and if you write us a review, it doesn't have to be long. You could just put French fry emojis, like 15 French fry emojis. That's fine. Give us a review. Take a screenshot and DM it on our socials. So you could send it on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, wherever you follow us at. And if you screenshot that review, we're going to put you in a raffle for a giveaway at the end of this month. All right. So the giveaway right now, we're looking at, I think we're shooting for a $40 box lunch gift card. That's what we're thinking right now. If y'all have some suggestions, you can send those in the DMs as well. But, pretty easy. Write us a review. Say, hey, these guys suck. Thumbs up. Awesome. DM it. Send it in the chat, and your name's in. Easy as that.
That's a great giveaway. $40. Am I allowed to be in that, or is that?
Yeah, I'm actually gonna do this myself.
Just kidding. I need a new anime T-shirt.
I need to create a fake account and then just leave a review.
Anthony number 3.
Yeah.
Man, and if y'all aren't familiar with Box Lunch, you can pretty much find anything there. They've got bobbleheads, they've got T-shirts, figurines, mugs, lunch boxes. I mean, basically any kind of merchandise you can think of that's anime related, they got it. So it's a sick place. If you don't have one in town, I believe you can also purchase online, because we're here in the 21st century, boys. Let's go.
That's like a couple T-shirts right there, man. That's a really good giveaway.
Mm-hmm.
I like.
One time I had to go to a wedding, or it was a rehearsal dinner, and it was luau themed. I went to Box Lunch, got me a Ninja Turtle button-up shirt. See, I mean, we're just they can do anything. You'll find anything there.
And then he sat at the kids' table that whole wedding.
Yeah, everyone was like, "Bro, this is an adult event. This is not for little kids. You might have to go back." So,
and they ain't even sponsoring us. We just like the brand. We just like the company.
Man, I love going to Box Lunch just to walk around it, because you got anime, you got some of those childhood cartoons, which is just pretty cool.
I mean, because yeah, you can find some of that stuff in Barnes and Noble, and well, that's kind of it. Because a couple good spots from back in the day, they all went out of business. So Box Lunch and Barnes and Noble, I mean, that's one of the last establishments where you can actually find cool anime stuff.
We got to stop hyping them up, because like what Nick said, we're not getting paid to do this. So what do we got today, Tyler? Why don't you let these fools know?
Man, so we're going to get into just a little bit of anime news, just keep y'all up to date with some current events. We're going to dabble into these Crunchyroll Awards. You know,
Ooh.
man, let y'all know what was hot this year. What was banging in 2020, and then we're also gonna get into today our top 5 most garbage anime characters of all time. These are the people that you open up the trash lid, you drop them in there, you put the trash lid back on because they're garbage.
Take him out of here.
So, well, so let's start off. Y'all want to start off with that Hunter silent on the X Hunter news real quick?
Yeah, let's see what we got.
What kind of news is it, man? Because I don't even know what you're talking about. So this is gonna be breaking news for me too.
So I believe it was a CBR article. For those of you that aren't familiar with CBR, it's like a comic book anime related website. They cover all anime, manga news and stuff. So basically what they were saying is that right now, Togashi, right? That's his name, the author of Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter.
Yes,
He has
sir.
been unfortunately dealing with some, they specifically said severe mental health issues, and he's not been able to
No,
he's not been able
don't
to
do
work
it. Don't do it to me, man.
too much. And so they're basically saying is they just don't have enough content to really roll out a season 7, which that had originally been the plan for late 2021, but he's kind of taken like a little bit of a hiatus. And I don't know, we just got to cross our fingers, but it's kind of like Nogue said, they've tried to come back for a while, and it's a work in progress, unfortunately.
Man.
Well, that's something you hate to see, but I'd much rather see him come out and say, "Hey, I need a break," than something actually negative goes on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
we always
it's-
talked about this, Dan. It's just it's still devastating. It hurts my feelings. I get it though. You gotta take care of your health, because then if you don't, we might never ever get another season again. So
Yeah.
definitely heal up.
Well, I'm sure it's got to be a grind because, especially if you're doing a weekly shonen. I mean, you can't take the kids and go to the beach for a couple weeks. I mean, you've got to be on until either you wrap up that season or that chapter, or you have to announce like you're taking a break. I mean, that's hard work. So
And guys like him who are novel storytellers are hated and loved at the same time because of everything they put on paper. So that's got to be a lot of mental stress to try to live up to your past hype of the stories you've been writing.
All eyes are on you too. Like, oh,
Yeah.
season 1 was good, season 2 banger, 3, and then you're like, man,
Too
I'm
much.
ready. It's like just getting that creative juices like flowing like 24/7 for these guys has to be like insane. And that's what makes these guys great, man, because they're able to come through a lot of the times.
Well, and especially they say travel and experiencing different life and things helps generate that creativity. But for the past year, people haven't been able to go anywhere. So when you're just stuck
Yeah.
inside your own house, it's hard to generate some of those thoughts to like try to spawn new ideas.
I think that's why I'm not creative, because I just like stay cooped up all day. Like my creativity comes, like my life experiences come from just watching anime on my couch. So maybe I need to start getting out there more. We'll see.
well, and you've got to think if you're in the author of like One Piece or you're Kishimoto in Japan, that's probably equivalent to being like Will Smith in the United States. I mean, you're an icon, like one of the most well-known.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a lot of pressure, and especially if you've written Yu Yu Hakusho and Hunter x Hunter, you've got high expectations. So
Your number one American hero you go to is Will Smith.
Yeah, I know. That was his go-to.
oh man, what else we got? Yeah, that was the best.
It's all good, man. Will Smith had his, he had his moments too when he had like iRobot, Men in Black coming out. Man, love all those movies. So I get it.
I can see it.
I mean, the Gen Z kids would probably say The Rock. There we go. Oda's like the Rock of Japan. There we go.
I'll take it.
All right, are y'all ready for this? Man, it hurts to hear, but some of the stuff people have been saying about the Promised Neverland. So this isn't necessarily, it's not official, but there are people petitioning, majority original manga readers that were huge fans of the Promised Neverland, and they are petitioning for the Promised Neverland anime to just straight up stop, like cancel, either reboot and start from scratch, or just drop it and let it go, because people are so upset, not only with the fact that they skipped the Goldie Pond arc, but now they're saying a lot of the stuff they're doing in season 2 is just not even really close to how it was portrayed in the manga. And have you read the manga, Nugs?
I have read the manga, so saying am I somewhat disappointed in the anime? I gotta admit, I am, right? Being a manga reader, you just hate to see it, man. You hate when they mess up the original story, take things out, or add like weird things in that shouldn't be in there. But from like an anime watching perspective, sometimes I get it. Like I think Promised Neverland, this is not going to be an anime they want to make like 5, 6 seasons out of. I think this is something they want to do it in like 2 or 3. So and then like creating an anime, like one episode is crazy expensive. So, I mean, I get why they're trying to cut stuff out from like a business standpoint, but as from a fan, as from someone who's read the manga, I hate it, man. And I get why these people are asking for it. I mean, for it to be canceled is a little excessive, right? But it's like
whoa.
Just add some of the original story back in there. Like, come on now. Like, that's all we need. But like I said, I get it. I mean, business is business at the end of the day for a lot of these companies. And, because it's either you take some stuff out or, we might have never gotten a season 2 if they would have kept some of the other stuff in. So we'll see what they do. We'll see if the people's voices are heard.
But these mid-level creators, they're pouring their life and their time into this product for years. And it comes out and people just hate it. That's gotta suck too. Because you're just trying to make something for people to enjoy, and everybody's just trashing on it.
Do you think like the people who are doing the like anime adaptation like have read the manga? I feel like they had to have read the manga, right? Do you think that like they like raise questions too, like, hey, why are we taking this part out? Like, and part of me feels like I would like have like if I was, an anime creator and like having to like take a big chunk of that manga out, I'd be like, yeah, I don't know, man. This doesn't sound like a good idea. I think we should keep it in there. Or do you think they're just like, nah, whatever? At the same time, can you say no in that situation?
Yeah, at what point does your producer come in and say, shut up and color,
Exactly. Like, hey, we can't put all these episodes in here. Like, we are had to cut some. Like, we can only do 3 seasons out of it. Like, like there's a budget. Like, no doubt about it. Like, there's a budget for it. But at what point do some of these guys, and I'm sure it happens a lot, are like, I can't work on this because it's not going to be a good piece of work.
That's the same thing. Like, do actors know that they're going to be in a bad movie?
Yeah.
It's like Adam Sandler know that every movie he's going to be in is going to be trash right now.
I think after a while, like they get a feeling, right? Like I've heard of people turning down scripts, but like I don't know how it. Like I'm wondering if it's different for creating an anime, because like these people, I don't know if it's the same people who did the anime adaptation for the first season and the second season, but like season 1 was like a hit, man. Like it was a rock star. Everyone fell in love with it. People were like, "Oh, this is a huge anime. I can't wait for season 2." We're getting season 2 right now, and now it's like you're upset, and it's like, is it the same people creating it? Because like if it is, like clearly, like it's not their choice, right? Like I think everyone wants to like create a great piece of work, but being a manga fan and I have read it, like what are you doing, man? Come on now, you guys, you know what I mean? You can't put an unfinished product out there. And it's not like it is unfinished, right? Like they have the recipe to the manga. Like they know what happens, but then you deliberately like take a big chunk of it out, and like of course people are gonna be like upset. Like half the people who probably watching like Promised Neverland are probably manga readers, right? Because they really like it. Mm-hmm. And then like the other half are probably people who just watch anime and got really into it in season 1. So I mean, is it gonna be a fatal blow to them? Like, will that kind of like disrupt like a season 3, 4 in the future? Maybe not, but we'll see. Time can tell.
Yeah, I think just kind of to finish off, one tough thing about nowadays is that with social media, if your anime or whatever just starts going in the wrong direction, you catch so much flack just at an exponential rate because people are like tweeting it. Oh, it's trash. Season 2's garbage. And then you're just seeing that online. It's got to be disheartening and like it probably just you're like, wow, this is a failure. I mean, it's a sad place to be in when people start blowing up your anime like that. But
yeah,
it's kind of the nature of the game nowadays with social media.
It really is, man. So, I mean, maybe they'll redeem themselves. Like I said, we'll see in the future.
All right, y'all ready to tell the people who won them big boy awards this year? The Crunchyroll trophies.
All right, I guess we'll start off from the top, right? Anime of the year. So, anime of the year, is it 2020 or 2021? I forget how they do their voting, but is Jujutsu Kaisen, man. You guys have been listening to us. We brought this anime up a couple times. I personally think it's well deserved. I think this anime has checked all the boxes off for me personally. What are your guys' thoughts on it?
Yeah, and I don't think we've given this anime enough praise actually, because in some of our lists where we're calling out the next gen animes that are coming up, we failed to mention Yuji in there, and we're getting roasted on TikTok for it.
To be fair, I think we're trying to like, defending us specifically, right? I think or at least how I'm thinking about it, like why I don't add some of these guys in our list is I'm trying to wait till at least like the first season is done, so we have a better picture. Yeah. Like I get it. Like we could have tossed like Yuji on our last episode, right? In our last couple episodes, but man, let the anime progress a little bit, man. Like what are we like 8 episodes in? These people ready to kill us for not mentioning it more. But I mean,
they could pull the same thing where it's Promised Neverland and they just tank the next complete season.
Exactly.
Then everybody's gonna forget about it within 2 years.
But I mean, dude, like, how do you not like this? They had like the powerful like OP character in Gojo, right? This dude, and in all honesty, this dude is good looking, man. He's one of the better good looking anime guys out there. I know he's jumped up on everyone's list. Those crazy blue eyes, crazy strong, man. Like, I think me personally, I love animes where I see like some crazy like OP character who's like no one can beat this dude, but then they have to like toss in a little wrench in there to like see how they could like at least inhibit him from like fighting or something like that. And that's what this anime is doing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and they've blended a lot of elements that other successful animes have had. They've got Gojo, who's kind of the Kakashi. He's that cool sensei.
Oh, don't compare Gojo to Kakashi.
Well, we've already talked about Kakashi.
Let's talk about how trash Kakashi. I'm just Kakashi, get him out of here, man. Gojo's like 100 times better. Kakashi's trash.
He's gonna fulfill what Kakashi didn't succeed in, and they've kind of got the team element going on, similar to Team 7. You've got your sensei, a couple others, and then the main character, he's got kind of that Naruto Asta thing going on, where he's got his powers and his personality, but underneath the surface, he's got a demon. All of the body, and I mean, that's forever. That's going to be a cool main character. I mean, it never fails. Yusuke Urameshi, Naruto, Ichigo. I mean, just that by itself is going to make your anime pretty fun to watch.
Yeah, that's just a classic shonen setup. Like, if you don't have some type of possession, underlying monster thing type going on, they probably didn't set up the shonen anime right.
Now that I think about it, I really didn't. Maybe because I wasn't paying attention at first, but like all the crossovers, that's really similar to Naruto. Like, they do have the 3-man team. Like, they have like a really strong sensei. Like, the main character, he's not like super talented at first. Well, he's super talented, but he's not like polished. Like, he doesn't know how to like use any of his like curse jutsu or anything like that. So he's like learning all that, but he's like naturally crazy strong. I mean, let's just talk about it, man. They kill. I mean, spoiler alert, but if you've seen it, it's not, what happens in the end, but they kill like Yuji, like Itadori, like what, in episode 2, episode 3, technically, right? Like, dude, who does that in anime? Like, that's pretty crazy. It's like you're watching it, you're like, dang, they just killed the MC. Like, what's going on? Like, what are they gonna do?
Yeah, what's happening?
Yeah, of course, they like bring him back, right? And like everything's good, but man, the progression you're seeing with like Itadori like is actually really good as of right now.
Well, and it's had very similar trajectory to how Demon Slayer was in 2019. I mean, kind of hit around the same time, blew up, won anime of the year. Um, Hopefully, it has a little more longevity than Demon Slayer because it seems like Demon Slayer kind of we might only get another season or two. But if they could stretch out Jujutsu Kaisen for several seasons, I think kind of like some of the people are saying on our TikTok, that definitely could be the biggest anime like from 2020 to 2030.
Yeah, and like even like in their team, the 3-man squad, like they have like that quiet character, right? Like in Fushiguro, like the dude, but like he's more compassionate, right? Like comparing it to Naruto, since it is really similar. Like Sasuke was just a douchebag, man. Like early on,
Yeah.
like this dude actually like really cares and like really wants to help people out. He's not like really focused on himself. He's about saving people and getting rid of those like curses. So I mean, like all the characters, it's hard to like. There's like no one to really hate in that anime so far. So it's actually pretty cool.
The only thing to really hate is how many times are we just going to write the same story over and over again?
I had
It's
a
like
feeling that was
sitcoms
coming.
being rewritten, watching Seinfeld, going to Friends, going to whatever's up right now. But it's the same thing. They're repeating the same shonen arc, but just like with a new revamped character.
That's fair, but you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it type of thing.
Yeah, that's true, I guess.
I mean, it's just really cool anime. Like they have like I said, they have a lot of cool aspects to it. Like they have like that friendship, they have like that, you know, really competitiveness among some of the characters. Like Toto, that dude is jacked, man, but he's like that dude cracks me up, man, because he like creates like this like fake history with him and Itadori on how they're like best friends out of nowhere, and it's hilarious because he asks the question. This question's hilarious, and he's like, "What kind of girls are you into?" And then Itadori just like never meeting him before, he's like, if I'd had to say it, it'd have to be girls with big butts. And then he's like, "Oh, this dude's my best friend, man." and it's like they're fighting each other, and the next thing you know, they're on each other's team, and then they're putting in work against some of these curses. Like, it's a good anime. It's hilarious. You got action, you got character development. I mean, it's really hard to hate on it.
If I had to make a bold prediction, I'm gonna say the successor of Jujutsu Kaisen is, if it gets animated for 2021, is going to be a Chainsaw Man. I think if Chainsaw Man gets animated, that's going to be a anime of the year for 2021. But we'll see.
It's gonna be like My Shield Hero or something like that.
That what you're saying? You're going to call it right now? You think My Shield?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
gonna be the anime of the year next year. So we'll see.
You got a prediction, Nick? What do you think?
I got no predictions right now.
Yeah.
It's like I'm staying out of the fire.
I was gonna say there's a lot of anime to come out. Like we're only in like the first couple months of the year, so we'll see. They
Give
might
me
have
another
some
month
surprises.
and then I'll have something.
All right, getting on to some of the other awards. Best animation. I haven't seen this one yet, but it's Keep Your Hands Off Izuken, or however you say it. Best animation, so I'm gonna have to at least watch a couple episodes to see how they do it.
Yeah.
Best fantasy, ReZero, Starting Life in Another World, season 2. Love ReZero. I remember when it first came out, it was a huge anime. I haven't watched season 2 yet. I've been saving up on it because I've been watching a lot of like just seasonal animes currently. And that one I kind of want to sit back and like really enjoy it. So best drama, Fruit Basket. I've watched Fruit Basket. I get it. I feel like they could have done a little better, but I get why they're doing that. Best comedy, Kaguya-sama, Love is War. Honestly, that's a pretty funny anime. It's about a like these kids in high school. They're in like the student council together, and like the president and the vice president like each other, but their whole goal is to like get each other to confess to one another. Like they don't want to be the first one to confess, and then so it's just like going around in like circles and scenarios. One of them almost confesses, but then they don't. It's a pretty funny one. I think you guys would like it.
Let's check that out.
Best girl, same anime still. Kaguya Shinomiya, which is from Kaguya-sama Love is War. She's one of the main characters. She's the vice president. Pretty funny. Best boy. I know you guys know this one. Shoyo Hinata, Haikyuu, man.
Yeah.
I know you guys love Haikyuu, man. Out of all these so far, do you guys think there's anyone that kind of got shafted yet? Best boy, best girl? Like, I'm surprised like Yuji Itadori's not best boy in all honesty. I'm surprised.
Yeah, it's a little surprising. I mean, because Haiku, I mean, as an anime with multiple seasons, they're like hitting it big right now. But I would think Jujutsu Kaisen, yeah, Itadori probably made the biggest splash out of anyone. But I don't know, maybe just because he was kind of, well, because season one's not done yet. They're still,
Yeah,
I
maybe.
guess they're saying, okay, we already saw Haiku and they did their thing and they they put in that work this year. They've been doing really good.
I mean, I really like Haikyuu. It was one of my favorite animes last year.
I
Going
was
on,
kind of
but
surprised how Netflix just kind of got accepted in the anime realm. I didn't know
yeah,
if they were going to be just shunned because they're not like traditional anime production. They're
yeah,
more of a big time streamer, but they quickly became accepted with some of these different shows they're putting out.
yeah. I mean, it's huge. I think they came like another one just came out not too long ago this season, and kind of has like a horror feel. I can't
Hmm.
remember the name. I'm gonna have to check it out though. But Netflix they're doing something good, man. Like they're actually really making some unique animes that are really good.
Well, I would imagine they've probably got a way bigger budget than a lot of these studios. I mean, Netflix, they could probably do whatever they want. Whereas if you're a smaller studio, you're probably a little more limited. So yeah, it's gonna be. I mean, if they keep going and keep banging stuff out, they're gonna be right there with Crunchyroll or Funimation or whenever they do that collaboration.
Yeah, I like it. Going on though, best protagonist. I haven't seen this one, but it's Katrina Claes from My Next Life as a Villainess. Heard good things about
Hmm.
it, so I'm gonna have to check it out then and see what that's about. Best antagonist, Sukuna from Jujutsu Kaisen. Honestly, Sukuna's pretty
Hmm.
sick, man. He's the curse or demon, whatever it is. I think just is a curse or a demon. I don't know, but he's the one that chills inside Itadori, man. He's actually honestly he's a character that you like. Me personally, I kind of really like because he's like he's a bad mother effort, just to put it lightly. So it's gonna be interesting to see how he develops because we haven't even like seen like a touch of his power yet, and he's already pretty OP. And then to finish it, I mean, there's more, but just to stop right here, best fight scene, Deku versus Overhaul.
Oh,
That's a good. I mean, I like it, man. I don't. I'm trying to think back on it now, and I don't really know which anime had a better fight scene because like that whole sequence, even like Overhaul versus Lemillion, which led up to
Mhm.
Deku versus Overhaul, was just insane.
I think the one I would put over it though, which was in the same show, was Endeavor versus the Nomu on that last
Oh
episode of season
yeah,
four.
that was
That was
legit.
legit, bro. I thought my boy Endeavor was gonna die. I was getting misty eyed. I was like, no, don't die. So that one I would have put a little bit over, but I mean, I get it. Deku's the main C and or the MC, and that was a dope fight with Overhaul when he had like 1,000 fists, blam, threw that fool in the ground.
Just came down on it, man. I'm excited for when My Hero comes out again, so that's gonna be another fun anime to talk about here soon.
I mean, we're about to hit big. We're gonna get a My Hero. We could have Seven Deadly Sins dropping soon. Um, and then here was one other thing I wanted to mention real quick. Some people are saying that Attack on Titan is not necessarily going to conclude with season four. That they could either be releasing a movie or potentially one more season to wrap up. I don't know.
I don't
Mm.
know what they're gonna do because
Hmm.
I mean, the anime is pretty close. I mean, it's almost caught up with the manga. It's probably like an episode or like 2, 3 episodes behind. So it's gonna be interesting to see how they do it. I don't know. Hopefully, good news.
Hmm. All right. Are y'all ready? We're gonna hit these people with we're gonna drop some knowledge on them. We're gonna give them our top five least favorite characters of all time.
Whole time, man. That's a big. This is a hard list for me to come up with,
Yeah.
man. I have like
All right.
10 people that I kept swapping out, even like right before we got on. So we'll see. I haven't even decided who my number five yet is, but
Yeah.
I'll pick it when it comes time, man, because that's how many people there are.
I
And
decided my
there's kind of two routes that you could have taken this. One is characters that annoy you just
Yeah.
because the existence of the character, or the other route is characters that are annoying because the writers force that upon you.
Exactly. Yeah.
I looked up some lists just to like get like some motivation, just to see what people were saying out there. And like I surprisingly, but I kind of get it. I saw Asta on a lot of lists, man. I'm like, how are you gonna hate like a really cool like MC who's like really strong, you know, has that underdog type of story to it. But like I remember when I first watched the first couple of episodes when Black Clover came out, he was kind of annoying, man. Just like the way he was always screaming. But I don't get why people tossing them on their list like that though.
Yeah, I mean okay, he was pretty noisy in the beginning, but if you've watched a lot of anime, there's some people that way outweigh Asta in just terrible categories all around. So
Right.
And they have to have some starting point to show him grow. And he
Okay.
got out of that phase pretty quickly. So I
Yeah.
wasn't really too upset by that. Like Kid Naruto, he was annoying for a couple hundred episodes.
Man,
Trash.
Deku's still annoying, man. That dude still
Yeah.
hasn't got it. He's still crying and still can't like even use like what is he at right now? 20% or something like that.
Yeah,
Come
you
on
have to
now.
pull out a calculator to figure out what percent he can use.
He
Exactly.
can barely flick people.
Yeah.
I know. Alrighty, who wants to go first with their list? Starting at number 5.
All right. I'll hit people with my number 5. I'd actually just decided this about 10 minutes before we started filming because I was like, I don't know. I had 4 characters that I have kind of a deep hatred for, and then I had to throw in number 5, just a character who was incredibly annoying. And that is going to be number 5, Ichiya, part of the Blue
what?
Pegasus Guild from Fairy Tail.
Oh, what?
Oh,
It's cool,
God.
man.
That
Why?
pissed me off. So, if y'all have not watched Fairy Tail, or you haven't, maybe you forgot, Ichiya is the guy that basically every other sentence he's like, manly man. And then he had his special attack is like some manly perfume or something, and he rips his shirt off and he's got like a butt chin and he wears a white tuxedo. And this dude, he's just basically you can just tell that they went out of their way to make this guy as annoying as possible. I mean, he adds a little bit of humor, but after a while, I was like, yeah, if y'all have not seen Fairy Tail or you've watched it but you forgot, Ichiya, he is part of the Blue Pegasus Guild. He's the manly man, and he's got long hair. He's got a butt chin. Sometimes he just rips his shirt off in the middle of battle, but it's like he's so cringy, and you can tell that they did this on purpose. It's not like a character they just do every once in a while to get on your nerves. Every time this character is in the screen, he's just even like Urza, you could tell she wanted to clap this guy's cheeks a couple times. Natsu and Gray were like, can we please just give him a haymaker? But so yeah, he's not like an evil character. He's not a bad character, but it was just a little bit too much. I could have used maybe a sip of Ichiya, and in Fairy Tail they gave me the whole freaking bottle.
I used to feel the same way, but then like that like last season he came up clutch a couple times where he like helps Fairy Tail and saves him. So I was like, man, I had more of a respect for him at that point. But I get he was pretty annoying at first, and he's an ugly dude, man. Like he's all short, and then his head's huge, and then he's just long hair, butt chin, like you said, and he's just like, man. I'm like, gosh, get this guy out of here, man. I'm tired of listening to him.
If they would have branded him differently, like they made him this old school business type man, kind of short and plumpy. If they would have made him more like the lion sin from Seven Deadly Sins, like the traditional bodybuilder type Schwarzenegger, that would have been a little different. But I just think it's his character design too that threw me off.
Yeah, but he was kind of jacked sometimes, man. But the only reason why I do give him respect now is because he did come up clutch. So, and he saved Fairy Tail. He helped them out when they're fighting Alkanologia. So I like it, man. That's a good pick though, because he is pretty annoying.
Yeah, there's definitely worse ones out there, but I was like, okay, gotta give Fairy Tail some love. So, what y'all got at your number 5?
All right, number 5 on my list. I have Tanjiro's crow from Demon Slayer.
What? What?
What is it, Kasagai crows?
Something, yeah, those, yeah, they're like the little special crows they each get.
But he could have been a really cool animal sidekick
Yeah.
that came along with Tanjiro, and they had to give him this strange, kind of screechy voice acting. I would have liked it to see more of maybe like a deep voice actor who was just kind of a cool sidekick, kind of like the Raven from My Hero. But I don't know. That voice acting just throws me off.
Yeah, I get it, man. Let's like kind of what you guys your first two, man. That voice acting is just pretty annoying. So I get it. So first, you guys are starting off with like what's annoying you first, rather than what like anime just like really made you hate it.
Deep
I get that.
hatred.
That crow's pretty annoying now that I think about it.
And it's both the subbed and dubbed.
Yeah,
Like
it's
in the
not good
American
in
voice
both.
acting, they copied it over and it's just as bad.
Man, you're gonna do a crow dirty like that, Nick? Come on, they don't have no choice, man.
He's just trying to eat some worms out here. Now he's getting put on blast on the Fat Boys Anime Podcast.
That's pretty funny though. You know, you have to be like pretty annoying, like because the crow doesn't really have like that big of a like spotlight on it as far as the character goes, but like
Yeah.
it must have had a pretty big impact on Nick. He put it in his top 5, man. This guy's like, no, that voice is trash, man. Get out of here.
F these freaking crows, dog.
I get it. That was insane, man. All right, so my number 5. I'm not gonna lie, boys. This was a hard pick for me. Let me tell you, the two who I wanted to put at number 5, but didn't quite make the list was Aikunu. Is it Aikunu? The from One Piece?
Akainu or something.
Aikunu. Oh man, you know why? We all know why. You watch One Piece. He does my boy Ace dirty, man. So like just like a hatred just from the anime period. The second one who I wanted to, just from a pure annoyance standpoint, from My Hero, we talked about him before about Mineta, the grape dude. I call him the grape dude. That dude annoys me. He's so pervy and he's like so weak that I hate it so much. But for my number 5, I had to go with an anime that's probably the most popular anime right now, from Attack on Titan. That little shit, man. I want to say it, man. That little girl who's supposed to be one of the next inheritors of the Titan, by Gabi. I hate her, man. She does our girl dirty. Spoiler alert. We already talked about it though. She does our girl dirty, man. She hops on the ship and they're just gonna kill Sasha like that. She's trash, man. She's just gonna pick up a gun and know automatically how to use it. Like, get out of here. Dirty, man. She goes in on like, was it 2 episodes ago? She goes in, acts like she's struggling, like can't breathe or something like that in jail. The dude, one of the scouts, legit concerned about her, goes in here like, everything okay? And then she kills the dude with the brick, man. And then she's ready, like, this family comes in and like helps her out, like, hey, you guys ran away, like, come over here and stay here. And this chick was like ready to kill one of the little girls. Like, bro, Gabby is freaking trash, man. Get her out of here. I'm tired of her. I hope, because in the manga it hasn't happened yet. I hope she dies, man. She doesn't deserve to live. You kill Sasha, you kill our potato queen. Get out of here, man.
Man, I'm going to save some of my ammo because all I'm going to say is we ain't done with Gabby yet.
Yes, thank you. I'm glad she's on someone else's list.
See, I see you're playing off of the Relevancy Act, and I almost don't get annoyed by characters if the writer forces you to be annoyed by them. Then that's just good writing. So
yeah,
I see the play you're taking on it. I think I went a different direction with the list, but I get it.
That's why I kicked Mineta off from My Hero, the grape dude, man, because I'm like, that's just his character design. But he annoys the crap out of me still.
All right, y'all ready for this number 4? Okay, this is what we got, and I was kind of debating whether to put Gabby or this other person at number, but you just got me hyped up, no, because I think I bumped up to 3. So number 4, number 4, we're gonna go Dominatio Kira from Black Clover. Now this guy sometimes he falls in the background and y'all forget, but this mother effer, he is the guy in Black Clover with the scales. He's basically the judge of the court system in Black Clover. And this is what really irritates me, is that after the elf arc, when it's not like Asta was fighting on some other dimension on an island. Asta is literally fighting amongst these other squad knights and squad captains. And he is obviously the person with Yami and several others that kills Zangrid and takes him out. Like, this is common knowledge. Then this Dominatio mother effer tries to act. He tries to act. I'm so upset right now. He tries to act like Asta was working with the devil. Bro, everybody saw Asta kill the devil. What are you talking about? And then they threatened to kill him, kill Gauch's little sister. I got so heated when I watched that episode.
Stand up, man. Let him go.
You know, I'm hoping at the end of the series, like after all the good guys have won, Asta's like, "All right, boy, now you know I'm coming for your cheeks," and just kills him.
So just to make sure I'm on the same page, he was the dude that Captain Yami like broke into and was ready to scrap, right? Was it that day?
Oh yeah, Yami was about to put it.
Talk about it, man. I was like, Yami better smoke this dude on the spot. Like, no, not even hold him back. Like, just get in your next dimension slice and just boom, lop off his head. But then the other captains had to come in and break it up. This dude was about to get worked on. He was about to get pieced up by Yami. No lie, man. Yami was over in there. You know what? I'd bagged on Tyler's list with the best senseis. You know what? Put Yami up there because this homeboy just came in, his boy Asta, and said, "Nah, son, I'm about to work this kid just for you, man. He's coming back with me."
And talk about one of those plays where they're making the kind of whoever holds the scales, whoever holds the law, kind of the high class guys, they always make them look like trash. And that's in a lot of different animes you watch. They always have some personal opinion agenda that they're trying to force on people. So you see that play out a lot.
Man, me and Tyler got to apologize to Nick. We're over here elevating our voices all out. He's gonna have some energy to do today. This list, this top 5 is gonna get us fired up, man. I already know it though.
Like I just had a scoop of creatine. Let's go, boys.
Dry scoop.
Yeah, no water.
Oh shoot, man.
All right, number 4. Number 4 I got on my list. I got Cone from Bleach. Okay. Talk about a character who is both pervy and useless. This mod soul little lion has no he has nothing positive to add to the anime. This is another one of those sidekicks that could have been cool. He could have been helping out Ichigo the whole time, but he's just useless over here chasing chicks.
Dude, I love Cone, man. I can't believe you.
What the heck?
I love Cone.
You like this guy?
Is he a pair of hands down, man? But Cone is legit. He is absolutely necessary to the anime because he just like really provides like some humor, comedy to keep the mood light sometimes. Like him, like just in love with Rukia cracks me up. But man, why are you gonna do him dirty like that, Nick? Why?
They have a full episode of him just walking around the city chasing girls. I'm like, what the heck am I watching? Why did I just waste 20 minutes of my life on this little side character?
So funny though. Dang it.
And see, even though he is annoying, I feel like he provides, well, the scenes with him and Ichigo probably provide the most humor or comedy in Bleach. So even though sometimes I'm like, Cone, this guy is a fool. Like it's a hate and love relationship. Yeah. I'm like, all right, this guy's pretty funny. And it's just like, it's so goofy, his character. He's like he's like a haunted teddy bear. I mean, it's just, he's really weird and one of the biggest perverts in anime. And I mean, I guess you can't hold a teddy bear to being a pervert as much as you could like Ichiya or Mineta. So sometimes I let him slide a little bit.
But like everyone created a bond with him, man. Like everyone else like loves him. You know, like all the other main characters in Bleach, they like him. They like want him around. They need him around. Can't believe you're doing him dirty, man. On a top 5 list? That's crazy.
Nah, he's that where's my hug guy, just trying to force himself into the group.
I get it. You know, your list does have a pattern so far.
Yeah, I kind of see where Nick's going. I'm like, okay.
You better that means you better have Mineta on that list than that freaking rape pervert man.
Yeah.
All right, so my number 4, I'm going with the Rising of the Shield Hero on this one. You guys might know who I'm going with, but it is Malty Malromark. She is. Have you guys seen Shield Hero? I should ask that real quick.
I have not.
I haven't, but I've heard about her.
Okay, so she is like this redhead character who's like she's a princess. She's like one of the king's daughters. This chick. So like when all the heroes are transported to the world, and I'm not going to spoil too much of the anime because you guys are going to have to go watch this because season 2 is about to come out and it's going to be fire, or season 3, whatever it is now. But so each people are like, you know, they pick the hero they want to work with, right? So there's like a spear, a sword, bow and arrow, and then the shield hero. No one picks a shield hero. Fast forward, she's like, you know what? I'll join the shield hero, like out of like pure, like, you know, feeling bad for him. At least that's what to make you think. Fast forward a couple episodes, or not even a couple episodes, fast forward a couple hours, and this chick over here accuses the shield hero of essentially raping her. She turns a whole freaking anime of characters against the shield hero, who's one of the nicest dudes, man. She framed him, she set him up. Like I said, not going to spoil too much. You guys are gonna watch it. First episode in, second episode in, you guys are gonna be pissed. Your blood's gonna be boiling. You know what? That might be the next anime we get you guys to watch is Shield Hero. That's a really good one. So, and she's a character. I'm sure she's gonna be on a lot of the listeners' list. But man, you can't lie about that stuff, man. Like sexual assault, rape. No, you can't do that. And she does that. Naomi is one of the coolest MCs there ever is. He's a bad mother effer from just having a shield, and he gets super OP, and he does get his revenge on her. But man, every time I see her, that gets me fired up.
You know what?
Yeah, liars like that, that's some trash. Because I know there are people out there that do that type of stuff in real life, whether they're chasing after money or trying to spite somebody, and you just hate to see that.
Yep.
You know, I haven't even seen it, but you've already got me hyped up about this tater thought, this Thotimus Prime. Get out of here. You know, I can't wait to see her get clapped in Shield Hero. I'm already hyped for it.
Number 3.
Oh man. Man, Nogue's already got me hyped up. I had to
run it back.
I had to take a sip of my coffee because I was getting too heated. So
run it back.
This is why we put Gabby at number 3, all right?
Yes,
I wasn't gonna do this to y'all Gabby fans, but this is what really put me over the edge, was when people started comparing Gabby to season 1 Aaron.
Oh,
I'm gonna stop y'all right now and tell you why this is not accurate, okay? Season 1 Aaron, he's just a regular civilian boy. This dude, he's eating oranges, playing with potatoes, kicking rocks with his friends. Then his hometown, which has been peaceful for 100 years, gets invaded by another country. His mom gets eaten in half by a titan, watches it right in front of his eyes, is helpless, can't do anything. And from that point on, he is filled with fury and he's ready to put in the work. Okay. The reason this is different than Gabby was already in the military. She was already planning to invade Paradise Island, slaughter everybody.
Yep.
She's a soldier. This is what she signed up for, bro. You're upset that Marley finally got what they deserved. Y'all wanted to call them devils and all that stuff. Aaron was like, all right, I'll show you a devil, boy. Come in there. Warhammer Titan, I eat that. Ace Smash Titan, I crush that. Armor Titan, I clap that. Get the hell out of my face.
You know what? I'm glad you brought up that comparison because a lot of people were trying to compare it to that. How is that even a comparison? Like, I get it. Like, they both kind of had like that one track mind where you're like, I just want revenge, blah, 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 that type of stuff. Aaron had reason, man. This dude saw his mother get crunched in front of him, man. Just eating, picked up, like just started just chewing on her, man. Like, could you imagine that? Gabi just heard some stories. She just heard stories on how these people are bad, and she has like the most hatred for them for no damn reason. She's just being salty. And everyone like there's no it just bothers me. Gabby's trash. Get her, like I said, get her out of here, man. She is terrible. Kills our girl Sasha. Has like some chip on her shoulder and some grudge when she does. She has no reason to have it, but gosh, I'm getting fired up again.
Yeah.
I'm getting fired up.
I'm do some breathing exercises over here. I'm ready to flip the table.
Number 3 on my list, I got one of the classics who time and time again does not come up clutch, and that's the girl Sakura from Naruto. Talk about a chick who time and time again, she could have been there to help out Naruto, but instead she's just chasing Sasuke's tail all the way to the end of time.
That is true, man. I think everyone always has some hate for Sakura. There's no doubt about it. And if you say you don't, you're probably lying.
Yeah.
Okay. I could see if you say she's not useless, but everyone should at least have some hate for Sakura. The moment when she said in Naruto Shippuden, when she was like, if Naruto and Sasuke were both dying, I don't know who I would go heal first. After Naruto just saved her, this dude comes in clutch, saves her like 20 million times, and she's gonna say that she doesn't know who she'd heal first. Sasuke's tried killing her a couple times. Like,
yeah.
This chick obviously had some problems, man. Like, I don't even know. Like, she had the nicest life, but then she's attached to Sasuke for no reason. Sasuke never liked her. Sasuke only liked Naruto. And, man, Sakura she grinds my gears too, but I put some respect for her because she does healing, and you got to have a medic, and she did help save people.
You could just bring some band-aids on the battlefield, though, and that'd still be more helpful.
Yeah, exactly.
Sakura is like one of those type of chicks where she goes for the dudes that are like just off of a 10-year prison rap and have like 15 baby mamas, and she's like, but his tattoos are so sexy. Bro, no, just stop. You got trash taste. Just accept it. Naruto put the team on his back multiple times. Sasuke could have cared less whether the whole team got wiped out as long as he still could have killed Itachi. Sasuke didn't even like you. He probably was just like, oh, I guess I gotta grow the Uchiha clan, so I guess we'll get married. I mean, yeah, she worst character in the verse besides Baruto.
Sakura would be that chick though who chases after the guy who lives at home, but he has a crotch rocket motorcycle. So she's like, oh, he's so cool.
Yeah. She might be like, I might hate her the most out of everyone in Naruto, honestly.
Yeah.
Like, I hated Donzo there for the longest time, but then like once you kind of got some of his background story, you kind of felt bad for him. Sakura, she's just a whack job, man. Like, her reasoning never made sense, and she had no reasoning at all in the first place, but she tried making one. Terrible. All right. Going on to my number 3, I'm going Tower of God, which anime that just debuted last year. But Tower of God, Rachel, man. You've seen this anime, you know what I'm talking about, man. She kills, spoiler alert. You guys need to watch this anime too. That's all I know. Tired of spoiling everything. This girl, so you got our main character, right? Like, they're over there in this tower where you got to climb levels, fight monsters and whatnot, whatever it may be. They're over here doing a challenge. This girl, the main character, she just pushes him out of this bubble that they're both in. She acts like she's paralyzed this whole time. This dude's trying to protect her. He's like, I'm gonna climb the tower with you. We're gonna do this together. And she just pushes him out of this bubble, kills him. Dang. And I read the manga. I'm caught up with the manga. She just makes her case worse and worse every single time. I think she's probably gonna be on a lot of people's lists, especially in the near future. Rachel is one of the worst characters. I legit just hate Rachel. I have there's no reason for me to like her. I don't even feel bad for her in any way because there's no reason for her to feel bad. Her whole reasoning is like, oh, but I want to be the one to climb the tower, and I essentially just don't want to do it with you. Bye, pushes the boy off, kills him, just like that.
So she's like playing paraplegic.
Yeah,
because the whole time, and then just
they're
pops off.
Yeah, so they're doing like these challenges to climb the tower, and then she got hurt, so she acted like she was like just in a wheelchair this whole time, but she was faking it, and she saw her chance, and boom, kills our boy. Won't spoil anything else for you guys, because I know you guys are gonna watch that sooner or later.
What's up with these thought pockets out here? Just playing games with the main character, bro.
Yeah,
I haven't even watched it and I'm upset.
exactly. These last two have done like the main character bad, like Naomi and Shield Hero, and then Bam and Tower of God. They get done dirty. That's my number 3 for y'all.
All right. Now that we're done with these thought dogs, let me hit y'all with number 2. All right. All right. So, number 2 is going to be Donzo.
Okay, I respect it.
Donzo, the hidden Hokage of the Leaf.
The Shadow Hokage.
Yeah, okay. Like Nogs was saying, we get some backstory on Donzo, and you're like, all right, but no, this guy pisses me off because another thing we get in the backstory is that the massacre of the Uchiha clan probably could have been totally avoided had this guy just actually worked with Shisui instead of stealing his freaking eyes. Bro, what are you doing? Itachi and Shisui were willing to work with him, but he takes one of Shisui's eyes, F's the whole thing up. Shisui kills himself, and Itachi's like, all right, well, I guess now I gotta kill it. I gotta kill the whole squad.
Yeah, he's garbage, man.
Donzo reminds me of one of those old school like Italian or Hispanic grandmas who like just pulling everybody's strings in the family. He likes being in the background and just manipulating people to no end.
And like he goes to the most extreme too. Like there's no reason. Like he's so greedy. He wants Shisui's eyes. So greedy, he has to like have Itachi kill the whole clan. Man, this dude wanted Orochimaru to become the Hokage. He lobbied for Orochimaru to become the Hokage over Naruto's dad, Minato. You know what I'm saying? Like,
idiot.
Like, how messed up in the mind are you? Like, this dude just wanted to bring chaos to the world, but like his way of thinking was just like so far off. The only moment I felt bad for him is when Sasuke was getting ready to murder his butt. Yeah. I was like, oh, poor thing, man. This old man's getting worked on. But you know what? He deserved what he got coming. He definitely deserved it.
And the whole thing with all the eyes on his arm, that just freaks me out. I don't know what it is about eyes, eye surgery, any of that. Count me out. It just creeped me out, man.
Like, how little faith do you have to have in your own ability? You know, you're like, oh, I got to steal all the Sharingans in this world and transplant them in my arm just to be somewhat decent. Like, you know, obviously you're weak. You know what I mean? He held a grudge. He had like some weird competition between the third Hokage, even though the third Hokage never really saw it like that. Like, clearly the dude was messed up, man. And he thought he had like some good sense of justice. And he was just, he just thought weird, man. I couldn't get behind him at all in any way.
That's when I really started becoming a Sasuke fanboy, was when he killed Donzo. I was like, all right, Sasuke, let's ride, bro. Just kill everybody. Take everybody out.
Yep.
Sweet. Number 2 on my list. I already know I'm going to get some hate for this one. But that is Wendy from Fairy Tail. Her cotton-looking, fluffy-looking Gwendia of a dragon. Her powers. The whole thing where she tries to play off being this weak little chick and eventually gets a tiny bit of power. I don't know. She's annoyed me to no end. She's that little sister you never wanted.
What? First of all, man, Wendy's like 6 years old, man. She's super sweet. She's all about the team, you know what I mean? She may not be super strong, but she's for the cause, you know what I mean? She's like, oh, I'm gonna heal everyone. I heal Natsu. I'll make him feel better when he's going on the train and he gets motion sickness. Man, she's like I don't understand your hate behind Wendy, man. She's a sweetheart. What's going on here?
I feel like here's who she is. She's that class president who acts nice to everybody, but then one-on-one you go talk to her and she's like, screw off, I hate you. That's the vibe I get from the Wendy character.
She's not. Was she ever like that? I'm trying to think.
No, she wasn't. That's the thing.
Well, how's that the vibe you get? Like the anime's already done. Like her personality's like already written in the book, man. Like, what is this hate? Was it like what? Do you have like a specific moment where you're like, I hate this chick in the anime?
Yeah, the first time she walked on the screen.
What did she do?
What is that? The cupcake arc or whatever that was?
When they
should have just left her there with her imaginary friends.
That's jacked up, man.
Oh gosh,
I
she
did
did have imaginary
I
friends.
feel bad, man. She had like her guild that she thought was alive still, but obviously it wasn't, man. I was like, oh, poor Wendy, man. She's been through a lot. He's just gonna do her dirty like that.
I think what made her annoying was she used the power of friendship more than anyone else in Fairy Tale. I mean, that last fight when they're fighting the Spriggan 12,
Bro, what's
they
up
had
with
to,
you guys?
bro, they had to activate a spell for her to like max out her true potential just to even compete. I mean, that's kind of, that's kind of how they do things in Fairy Tale. But I'm like, girl, can you at least hit the gym, go practice some spells or something so we don't have to wave our magic wand and help you defeat the bad guy.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
just
say
stay home and stay out of my boy Natsu's way.
I was gonna say that's the whole point of Fairy Tale, though. It's all friendship, man. They're in a
Pretty much
guild for
is.
goodness sake, man. How are you guys gonna bag on that? I love Wendy. I'm confused. I'm trying to think. Is there a reason I should hate her now? Because you guys are bagging on her. We got a lobby for Wendy, man. She's a great character. I don't know why you guys are doing her dirty.
She's but well, okay, I'll say she's better than Sakura. Nick doesn't think so, but I'll give her a little bit over Sakura. How about that?
All right, going on to my number 3. I feel like one of you guys, have you guys seen Akemi ga Kill?
No.
Tyler, have you seen that one?
Is there an American name?
No, that's just it. I think Tyler's seen it.
Wait, so is it two separate animes? Kill La Kill and Akame ga Kill?
Yeah.
La Kill?
Yep.
Oh, okay. No, okay, I haven't seen it.
You haven't seen that one? Would you
No.
see Kill la Kill?
I think I saw Kill La Kill, yeah.
Okay, but it's not. We'll get into it. So for what is this? Number 2? I'm on number 2, right? So number 2 is Siryu Ubiquitous. She's one of the knights. She's one of the girl knights who on this anime, right? I'm not gonna spoil anything because I'm gonna recommend this anime that you guys watch it actually pretty soon. But she does one of the main characters dirty, and in a disrespectful way, right? So she's like this knight who thinks she's all for justice, but she actually like kind of crazy. And she's like, lobbying for like doing the right thing and whatnot. But then she gets like crazy. She's like all for justice, but she thinks if you could kill people because they did something wrong, then that's like justful. But then she just like she like loses her mind and she just like starts like murdering people. And oh man, you guys gotta check it out. I'm not. It's hard not to want to spoil anything. Siryu Ubiquitous. I think that's how you pronounce the last name. But Akemi ga Kill, man. We talked about this the other day, like an anime where main characters kind of die. This one, like almost all of them die. That's the only spoiler I'm gonna give you guys, man. This has like a whole group, and man, the whole group just gets pieced up. They, unfortunately,
No. It's like a whole Game of Thrones type vibe.
Yeah, kind of is in a way. And oh man, like I said, this is gonna be the next one you guys watch probably. Now that I think about it, not too long, but a lot of action in it.
Is that the one where one of the main character he's got like dreads and stuff? He's like a big buff guy.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. They've got it on Funimation, so I'm gonna put it on my watch list.
I was gonna say it's on Funimation, so I'll give you it. I'm pretty sure he has dreads, right?
I think he does. All right. We're gonna drop this number 1 spot. Y'all ready for this?
Yes,
okay.
Sir.
Now, if you're not 900 episodes plus deep into One Piece, you're probably gonna like, what are you talking about, bro? But there is a character in One Piece named Rochi, the Shogun of Wano Country. All right. Now this mother effer, this is my argument. I think this guy could have indirectly led to Ace's death. So if you're a big Ace fan, oh shoot, spoiler alert. That was like 10 years. That was like 10 years ago though. So if you're a big Ace fan, this guy Orochi, he killed a character, or basically helped kill a character in the Wano arc, who was a member of the Whitebeard's crew and Roger's crew. And I think had Orochi not killed this guy, he probably would have helped out and maybe even brought help from the whole Wano country to help prevent Ace being killed and Whitebeard being killed. This guy he's just a snake, bro. He's He's just corrupting the Wano country. He's causing poverty, making people sick. Like he's just treacherous. He's a nasty dude. So because of his character and because I think him taking out this guy who may or may not be called Odin could have helped save Ace, I gotta put Orochi number one.
So is he another one of those kind of like Donzo type vibes where he's in the background kind of snaking through, pulling his strings on different folks?
Donzo had more of a more like justice behind his cause, right? Orochi, he doesn't, man. This dude just trash. He's
just out there for destruction.
Yeah, destruction. He just wants to be like on the top of the pyramid essentially, and then he's honestly pretty weak in my opinion, and just a weasel.
Well, and I think the worst thing for me is that if you're caught up in the anime, he betrayed Odin, and Odin is just he's coming out to be one of the coolest characters Oda has ever written. This guy, he's like the Paul Bunyan of One Piece. So it's so sad what happens to this character.
Speaking of like samurai, yes, I literally just binge watched a documentary on Netflix talking about like this like samurais in Japan. And it just literally the whole documentary, sorry, off topic, but like a whole documentary of like samurais from like 1550 or something like that in Japan on how these guys just used to go at it with each other. It's actually pretty cool.
They have any shots of Zoro?
That's what I'm thinking. Zoro has to be in there somewhere.
The 3-sword method.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, number one on my list, I'm sticking with that One Piece. I'm going with Usopp. His whole character is built on lying.
Oh, no.
Talk about a dude who puts the engineering and tinkering name to shame. This dude, man. Usopp. He could have been a cool engineer type, building weapons for all these dudes, but he's just got to be this devious, long-nosed, useless character.
Oh, gosh. Dang, Nick's he's got Usopp. The blowtorch today.
I've never been the biggest fan of Usopp, but I would have put him on my list because he's part of the crew still. You know what I mean? He's definitely annoying though. Ever since he tried like challenging Luffy over the Mary, I was like, Usopp, you got to man up. You got to be a little better than that. And then he tried fighting Luffy too. I was just like, come on, man. So he's definitely not my favorite crew member. That's for sure. He bothers me. I wouldn't say I like him. I definitely don't like him, but I think he has some skills as far as a sniper goes.
Him saying he's Captain Usopp whenever Luffy's not around, trash. He couldn't even step up his second in command.
So like
Usopp is one of those guys. He's the guy in the group that there is a separate group chat and he's not in it.
Yeah, honestly, I would think so too. Like his like whole like he just bothers me. Like he gets a lot of like recognition, right? Just from like his bounty and everything for not doing everything. Like, yeah, he's pretty annoying. He's pretty annoying. He definitely doesn't make the Straw Hats look cooler. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, Nick, once you get to the Dressrosa arc, they upgrade him from Captain Usopp to God Usopp. And he gets a higher bounty than Sanji and Zoro. It's like, it's a joke. You're like, bro, this guy's got a slingshot. What are we doing here?
But you compare this dude to Sanji, Zoro, and Luffy, and he's not even on the same level as these other dudes.
No.
Not even close, man. He's like on Nami level.
Yeah.
like him, Nami, and Chopper belong on the same level. Like those they're cool. And like Nami, my girl, Chopper's cool. Usopp, like I said, can't really hate him too much, but I definitely don't like him.
Yeah.
Honestly, number one's pretty crazy, man. I get it. Both of you guys' number one picks are pretty wild.
Oh gosh.
So all right, going on to number one. Oh yeah, back to Agami got killed real quick though. It's not the dude with the dreads. It's like his name's Bulap. Like he has like a big old pompadour haircut. This is the one who I was thinking of. I'll send it to you guys. All right, so number one. I don't know how this wasn't on your guys' number one list. All right, this dude did probably one of the, maybe, in my opinion, the dirtiest thing you could ever do in anime, just in life in general. He's a scientist, right? This dude, messed with one of his kids, did a science experiment on her, right? Turned her into looking like a dog rabbit thing. But we're going Full Metal Alchemist, guys. and that is Show Tucker. Show Tucker is the scientist where the Alric brothers kind of meet that one day, and then they like see his like daughter, and like the next following morning they like, oh, what's this like weird animal thing? This dude turned his daughter into like a weird like rabbit dog looking thing, and then they had to kill the daughter.
Oh, bro, I changed my list.
Lo-
You're right. You're 100%. Oh,
Spoiler alert! All right, I just had to say it. I was trying to describe it without spoiling it, but Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood has been out there for a while. This dude is just a piece. I want to say this dude's a piece of shit, man. This dude experimented on his daughter, turned her into like some weird animal thing, and like tried getting away with it. Like he cared more about science than his own kid. Like who the heck does that, man? Like and then they had to like, unfortunately, had to kill the daughter because they didn't want that science experiment like going any further, or like wanting it to go like let people know that you could like turn humans essentially into like other things. This dude is the slimiest of the slimiest. This dude is the worst of the worst, man. He has no powers or anything like that. So like he's not a threat at all. He is just a terrible dad. He's a terrible character, and this dude is on my number one list.
That scene with the daughter on the next day. That animation has to be one of the most disturbing things in anime that I've seen to this day. So
disturbing.
Yeah.
It took me like a second to realize when I first watched it, like what was going on. I'm like, wait, what is that thing? And then once it clicks and you realize that's the kid, it turns into like one of the, you're like, huh, what, like one of the weirdest like scenes. You're like, what's going on? I'm confused. And then it just turns into like one of the saddest moments, in my opinion, in anime. Like, well, I'm sure we will do this now that I think about like saddest moments in anime. That's probably going to be on a top 5 list for me. Like that is just heartbreaking.
It kind of looks like when you watch a scary movie as a kid that you shouldn't have watched. That's kind of how it feels to me. It's just still like really weirds me out that moment.
And I just so much hate, just so much hate for him, man. I can't believe, like. Honestly, like thinking about like doing that in an anime is actually pretty intense. I wonder if there was like ever like some backlash over that. But
yeah,
dude is a scumbag, man. Just to put it lightly, he's a scumbag. If you haven't seen Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, go watch it because it's one of the really good animes out there. One of the great ones, honestly.
Yeah, there's some messed up stuff in anime, but that might be one of the most messed up moments of all time. I mean, I think I like physically got sick. I was like, oh gosh, bro, what's going on here?
It's funny because he wasn't much of a significant character, but like he had that moment, and that moment is just bothers me till this day. Till this day, it bothers me. But man.
All right, recap your list for us, Tyler.
Wow, great list, my friends. We've got number 5. We had. Hold on. Okay, so number 5, we had Ichiya from Blue Pegasus Guild, a fairy tale. Number 4, we had Dominatio Kira from Black Clover. Number 3, we had Gabby from Attack on Titan. Number 2, we had Donzo from Naruto, and we wrapped it up with Shogun Rochi from One Piece.
Rochi.
All right, looking at my number 5, I had the crow, Tanjiro's crow from Demon Slayer, and then it was Cone. Number 3 on my list was Sakura. Number 2, that chick, freaking Wendy, man.
Oh,
and then number 1 on my list, Usopp, the wannabe pirate.
Isn't it funny? Nick picked like a lot of characters who are like actually good people, and he put them on.
Yeah, he didn't pick any villains, which was like, hilarious.
He's no villains at all. Like it's like, do they really have a reason to like be hated? Apparently, they did Nick dirty though at some point. All right, as usual on the God tier list. All right, just kidding. Don't shake your head at me like that, boy. Don't you do it.
Well, your list wasn't bad. I didn't know half the characters, but it wasn't bad.
I was gonna say. So number 5, I had Gabby, Attack on Titan. Mm-hmm. I think she might be like the number 1 most hated person just in the world in general right now. Because if you know, you've seen it, you kept up the anime, you know if you know. All right. Number 4, I had Malty how do we say your name? Malty or something like that. It's weird because her sister's name is Malty. It's like Malty and Malty. But Malty from My Shield Hero. She's just one of them thoughts again, like Tyler said, one of them tater thoughts. Nice. Number 3, Rachel, Tower of God. Another scumbag. Another one who does an MC dirty. Number 2, I had Siryu from Akame ga Kill. Does some characters dirty too, man. She's just a psycho bee, in all honesty. And then my number 1, I had Sho Tucker from Full Metal Alchemist. Dude who just does his daughter dirty. Does a science experiment on her. Turns her into like some weird rabbit animal, man. Has to be one of the... I don't know if anyone will ever beat him, in all honesty, on this list. Like, animes are going to come out. I'm going to hate a lot of people, but just for that specific moment, I don't know if anyone could ever beat it or anything.
Yeah, I think that's what makes anime so great is they build up these characters in such a way that it's just like therapeutic when you see them get their ass beat. It's like I feel okay, and now I'm feeling much better. So y'all got any final thoughts on this awesome, iconic episode we had today?
Jujutsu Kaisen, go watch if you guys haven't. It's still going on right now. It's just a fire anime right now. Watch all the, as far as our top 5 list, go watch them if you haven't seen it, man. Go tell us if you guys hate this list. Let us know your guys' list too out there, man. Give us some of the top characters that you hate, because I bet you we missed a couple out there. There's a million animes out there, so let us know who some of the characters that you guys just super hate with the passion. It could be annoying, like how Nick's list was, or how a mixture of Tyler's list was. It could be someone who did one thing wrong in the anime for just one episode, and you just hate them from the rest of your life. Let us know, man. Get us out on our socials.
Yeah, I think what I learned today was a recommendation. I'm going to go watch Shield Hero next.
Shield Hero
sounds like a solid anime.
Next season's coming out soon, so that's going to be a big one to talk about.
Man, and so what? Let me tell y'all one more time about that review giveaway we're doing. If y'all go on wherever you listen to us on podcasts, give us a review, take a screenshot, shoot it in the DMs. We are going to put you in a raffle for a $40 box lunch gift card. All right. If you're trying to find us on socials, we are on TikTok and Instagram at Fat Boys Anime. Boys is BOIS. On Twitter, we are Fat Boys Anime #1. All right. Also on our socials, if you want to hit us with topics you think we should cover or suggestions, you got some great feedback, let us know. We're open to anything. If you say we should all dress like chickens or I should dress like a Pop-Tart, I might go for it. I'll just be like, hey, I'll give it a try. Just let us know. Send us your feedback and let you know what we think. So thanks for listening to Fat Boy Anime. Y'all have a good one. We'll catch you next time.
See you guys next time.